Another one? What's with these guys?
Hello everyone and welcome to Red United TV. It's your boy Ivorian Spice and we are back at it again with another episode of the catch up. And it's a week where Manchester United, let's just say last week wasn't the best of week. A draw against Lyon and an embarrassing defeat against Newcastle. Horrible week for Manchester United, horrible weeks for Manchester United fans. Goalkeepers where we made changes that it didn't work out. New goalkeeper, same problems. Andre Onana making a mistake midweek in the Europa League. And of course, Bayern making that one single mistake. But although I thought that he had a decent game, he also made a mistake. And then we're back to square root one. What do we do when it comes to Manchester United's goalkeeping crisis? And of course, in the title, as you can see there, can Ruben survive? And we're going to discuss it. We're going to discuss the Manchester United potentially having 200 million in the summer transfer, depending on 4 or 5 key players being sold. And of course, Surgeon Ratcliffe looking to hire one of his members from Formula One to come in to work for Manchester United. You guys smash that like button and share across all social media platforms. I've got the guys in the background. The rest of the guys will join as well. Of course, click on the link description to click on the link tree to see and follow Red United TV across all social media platforms. And if those who are interested in shoes, Echo United is also in the link description. But guys, let's get straight into it because we've got the match to talk about. There's so much Manchester United news going on as we speak. Get yourself involved in the comments and chats as well. Everything related Manchester United, of course. And of course, smash that like button. Let's just introduce you guys to the panel of Uche and Ems.
Okay.
Uche, sorry about that. I think you was in the middle of trying to sort yourself out, but hey, it was coming. Big up to Uche. Big up to Ems as well. Ems, it's been a while. Manchester United, of course, losing again. 14th loss of the season. It is looking like the worst. Actually, not even looking. It is the worst season of them all. The worst season of them all. Manchester United. Big up to those who are tuning right now. Smash that like button. We're going to go straight into it because, of course, it is Newcastle. For Manchester United, who will be the one to start off the conversation with their overall thoughts between Uche and Ems? Who wants to go first?
Some reason I think I can hear you. I can't hear no one.
Can you hear me? Can everyone hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I think right.
I like to on, Uche, maybe.
I like to get it rolling, right? Just about the game, just the game.
The game, yes.
Just the
then
game.
we move on. Just the game.
That was a horrible watch to watch. That was horrible. I'd say the first 20 minutes we done all right, and then I just don't know what happened, bro. What the first goal? I can't remember school. What was it? Tonali, yeah. The first goal was the first goal we conceded. That was poor playing up for the back. I'm tired of all this trying to play from the back and all of this stuff. And then yeah, it was a shambles, man. It was a proper poor game, man. And I just feel like the thing is, we all knew we was gonna lose, right?
Mhm.
But we thought, it would be like a respectable defeat. But 4-1 is it's too much, man. It's too much, man. I don't care if he was resting players for the game against Lyon. As far as I'm concerned, Man United Football Club. Maybe I'm living by the past glories, and that shouldn't be losing 4-1 to Newcastle away and having a lack of threat. We had no threat up front when Xerxes came off, mate. We had no attack. I don't think we had attack the whole game after they come off. I'm not sure. Someone check the stats for me, but I didn't see. I think as soon as Xerxes came off, he was playing with 10 men. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about when I say that, innit? But yeah, I just think for me, this system, bruv. I'm sorry, this system. I'm not convinced, man. This system is not my type of system. The man needs to change it. It's not working. You can't persist on something that don't work. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So for me, I just feel like, yeah, man. I don't know. I think Roy Keane summed it up, man. There's no legs, no quality. Like it's just the worst Man United squad I've ever seen in my life, bruv. Since I've been at what 35 years. The worst Man United team I've ever seen in 35 years I've been on this earth, bro. And that's all I can say is shocking game.
Shocking game. That's what M says. Oche, your thoughts on that game against Manchester United? Manchester United getting trashed by Newcastle. Back-to-back defeats, home and away for the first time Newcastle have ever done this. Let's get your thoughts.
I think with this match is, like I said earlier, this is something is expected. If Manchester United was to win in that game, it would be a surprise because we have been playing as in we are worse than we have actually been. We lost the game even before the match actually came on. So the team morale is high, the team is weak. Nothing. There is no kind of cohesion. We're not playing as a unit. So it will be a surprise for me if we have won the game because take for instance, we already have some situation already going on with Onana and our keeper. We already know that Beinda is already struggling in that situation, having that kind of atmosphere around before the game. He's on a whole lot of a pressure already, even before the game, so it's expected. Now, in terms of Ruben, I would say that when I saw the lineup, I know it was no brainer that we're going to lose that game. One,
Yeah.
you have information that you're having your best creative player, you're locking him out of the game. You're locking him out, and anytime he does that, you know, Bruno does not stay. Bruno will still leave the place and come into the midfield. What does he done? You've actually created a space in there that nobody's actually covering. And that's why you see Dalot always running into space in that area to cover up that space because no one is there. And you can actually lock out your best player in that situation. I can understand him roaming around. Now, you playing up Garnacho, like you said. Garnacho is the best attacker we have at the moment. Not because maybe he's so good, but look at the front line. He's the only one that can bite.
Yeah.
He's the only one. If he's not scoring, the keeper, defenders are on their toes. Watch when they moved him out. We had no bite at all. What I mean, we had no bite. The good thing about Garnacho is like you get to shout, oh,
Yeah.
he missed it. We didn't see none of that. None of that. We didn't see no more. No runs. Nothing was coming in at all. So when I say Garnacho is the best player we have at the moment, I meant it in terms of forward in the attack. When you put him out, it was over. Now the second part I need to talk about difference is this. Amas is not meant to be in that game at all. When I say Luke Shaw is recovering, he needs that game at least. Since we are kind of trying to raise a player, you are putting Amas, who is a teenager. Euro is a teenager, and not just that he was a teenager, he was left alone in that game. There was no defensive backup. You can imagine when he was being bullied in his own 18-yard box. How can you allow someone who's a little bit shorter than the player to be marking him? It's of no use. If the ball comes, Amas is nowhere close to the game. But yet, no one even came to his rescue until Euro collected a yellow card on his behalf. That was totally careless for our defenders. I give this to Lindelof. He was not actually. He's the most experienced defender in that game. He should be the one to be commanding that defense. But I didn't see that from him in terms of Amas. And because he was kind of this is his debut, and all the Newcastle players, if you watch, all games were going towards that win because he was they saw a weak link. Not because he's not good enough, because he's inexperienced.
Yes.
They ran him down. I was even expecting to be changed in the locker room. They ran him down. That was why he has to be pulled immediately. Not because he wasn't good. They ran him absolutely down. So we're in the modern era of football whereby defenders and goalkeepers are the people who win the games. Check anywhere. You have Saliba for Arsenal. You have say it something. All the whole defenders are the one winning the games. Just like what does he say? Gary Neville said that most times you see that defenders hold more of the ball than any other person in the pitch. That means you need your defenders to be very, very good. And now we have a defensive line that are scared to hold the ball. You can see it even from what you can see. They are actually panicking before the ball even comes. They're scared to play the ball around, because when you play the ball around, they come in, then you have space, and they were scared to do that. So it was a shambles to watch. And just like you said, Emis, is you can't be playing the same thing over and over again. Are you expecting it to work? It doesn't work that way.
Thank you.
Come on. And lastly on this, I grew up in an era whereby if you're facing a team, you bring out a new formation to match the squad you're about to play. That is why every single time I'm always excited. Let me see what's good. Let me see the squad. Let me see the lineup. I'm not worried about the lineup, because I know what it's going to be. I'm only worried about maybe Onana is going to play 9 this time around, because that's the only thing he does. He put players in different positions. They are not effective. Are we more concerned about losing players' effectiveness just to compensate the formation, or are the formation meant to what? Magnify and actually produce an effective style of play? The players are all full on that formation, and it keeps playing game in, game out. So that's
Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Jerome as well. Let me get your thoughts, man. Big up Jerome.
Big up on people.
Because the Oche is very passionate as well. Ems can't believe it as well. He's not even surprised. You can't stick to the same.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have a different outlook on this, because I remember when we were playing Forest away, I expected at least a draw, and I got criticised for it.
Jerome, you might want to tilt your camera a bit down.
Yeah. Basically, I expected us to at least get a draw against a tired Nottingham Forest side who went. I think they believed they went to penalties in the FA Cup. They had that full week off, and I got criticised for that. Now everyone's making noise that we got beat by Newcastle. I don't get it. We went to France to play Lyon on Thursday. Newcastle had the week off, fresh. What, did anyone really expect us to do anything against Newcastle? Like, I don't get this fan base sometimes. That's why I'm not really like fussed, because from that Forest game, I mentally checked out, because we're just putting all our eggs in the Europa League basket. You can see how we played. We look tired, we look lethargic, we look scared. The manager made changes. We've got Eriksen playing. We know that Eriksen ain't got legs. Like, Eriksen can't even play 90 minutes. I don't know how he managed to finish that game. But
whose fault is
Eriksen's
that, though?
there. Yeah, but
whose fault is that?
He wants to put on the
manager's
manager.
got to take some responsibility. But at the end of the day, the players are the ones that are out there on the pitch that got to perform. And they're not performing. They look fragile. They look scared. And even from like when we first kicked off, like Newcastle all over us. We just look like we're just so easy to play against, so easy to run through. Newcastle didn't even play that well. We had some good passes of play here and there. I could see what the manager's trying to do. I could see he's trying to get some sort of style and get us playing, but the quality and the personnel is not there to play the way that the manager wants. And I got to give the manager some credit for sticking to this
Credit?
formation.
What?
I'm giving him credit, fam.
no,
I'm giving him credit, fam. Like, listen.
You flag.
Let me finish. Let me finish. fam.
Let Jerome finish before you. Let him finish. You see his time.
Till there for 3 years.
Jerome,
3 years, yeah. He
Go
played a
on.
back four. Man abandoned his philosophy. We were getting run through left, right, and center. Every game was like 20, 30 shots at goal. Now we're going in a different direction. And what do you want? You want the manager to?
What's the result then? In the direction, what's the result?
Thank you.
Result. It's the same result because
It's worse. It's worse than that.
It's worse.
It's not worse. It's not worse.
It's
No, it's not worse.
It's
We're playing
worse.
exactly the same as we did last season. We just that last season we had
We've
a lot
lost-
more luck.
How
We're
did it start? 10 games, bro.
We're scamming.
We've lost 10 games.
You know what's
10.
last season?
Do you
We're
know? Are you watching
scamming
this season?
results.
Are you watching this season?
Look,
10 games we've lost.
10 games.
10.
The difference between this season and last season is we're not getting luck. Last season we had hella luck. Scamming victories
You
left,
need
right, and
luck in the
centre.
game. You
Nearly
need luck in
one
the
game last season when we actually deserved to win. We're scamming results. This season now.
We were
listen,
scamming
this
results.
season-
We were
this
4-1
season
in
now-
results.
This season now we're getting no luck and we're getting the results that we deserve. That's the difference between this season and last season.
Luck. Okay.
The game yesterday. Just go back to the game yesterday.
Okay.
A lot of the goals we conceded were avoidable. A lot of those were
that's true, that's true.
mistakes
Yeah.
That's
from
true.
our players,
No,
and
that's
that's not on the manager. So we
I
can't
think
keep
it
blaming
is.
the manager for everything.
I think it. I
Like,
think
it's
it is.
basic mistakes.
I think so. I think you have to play.
It's basic mistakes. That's all I got to say. Like at this level, just handing Newcastle goals is just like it's criminal at this level. Like I didn't expect us to win, but I didn't expect us to lose in that manner. And we're just handing out goals like left, right, and center. The first half was okay.
Okay. Yeah.
But we just capitulated. Like this Dallo guy, obviously, I know we probably might go into individual players, but I think this manager, these favourites that he's got, they're gonna get him sacked. I'm telling you. Like Dallo's playing on his favourite right hand side, and he's still shit. Like, did you see how Livermore just ran past him like with ease?
That's not his wing though.
For that
That's
first-
not his formation though. It's not his formation. Remember, he's just.
Is that
playing
what we're making excuses now? He's not his
Of course,
formation.
if you're saying
He's playing on the left.
side. That's what his
People are
best
saying
side.
that.
That's
People
what
are
his best
saying that
side.
he can't play on the left. He's gone back on the right, and now
No, it's about the formation. These players are playing in different styles.
Gallo has always been crap.
But
He might have had one.
listen,
He might have had one good season on the Egypt, but think he's been there since Mourinho,
Yeah.
and he's probably had one good season.
That's what.
You
But
need to
my
stop.
thing
You
is
need to
this.
stop. Like being lenient to these players. Players have been
but-
there years and years and years. How many managers? 3, 4 different managers.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I agree with you. But my thing is this, yeah. I know for a fact any other manager, if it's not working in-game, his in-game management's not good, bro. If you know it's not working, there's three at the back, bro. Sometimes you're gonna say, you know what, man needs to change the formation. But this man is persistent and persistent and persistent and
And
persistent.
I commend him for that. I
You
commend
commend
him.
him?
Remember what he said? He said, you know what he said? He said that the
Wait. Let me just hold you there, Joe, before you continue, because of course, Big Up Jason said the squad is ETH. Let Amorim and let his team have
These
his
man don't
team
care about that.
in
Come on.
before we start pounding on him. We will get to Amorim, but Jerome, as you were saying, because of course you said you encourage and you persist and
That's
you
mad,
like the fact that you
We had
back him,
3 years
that
of
he
ETH
continues
abandoning its philosophy.
That's
Yeah,
mad.
left, right, and
In his
centre. Now we've got a
philosophy
manager
and his
that wants
tactics.
to stick to his principles and
what's
play the
happening?
way that
Yeah.
you see his formation. This is what he was brought in for.
Okay, what's
No,
that?
It's not what he
This
was.
is what he was brought in
No,
for.
I agree with Jerome. He was
Yeah,
brought in for
I
that
agree.
That's not the
formation to play that
formation. No,
season.
the formation is not what we brought him for. That's not a formation.
Yes,
He's
he
been
was. He
going
was
to
brought
play
in
that
to
for-
play
I
this
agree.
way. Otherwise,
I
he would
agree
stay
with
at
that.
Sporting.
I agree with Jerome. I agree with Jerome with that. But my thing is this year, if you keep doing the same thing, you get the same results, bro. It's like you keep trying to move the same goal. You're saying no, you're still going. You don't know to stop and change.
Well, he would have told Ineos this. Ineos said, "Take it
Yeah.
or leave it," and he told man, "This is how I play. If you want me now, you gotta back me." And so far, they haven't backed him.
Okay,
I respect
okay.
that.
Okay.
I just want to
Yeah.
stop you there because
Okay.
we're going into Ruben Amorim too much. Let's just hold on for that. Let's get to the players before we get into Ruben. Can he survive this job? Big up to everyone that's tuning right now. Smash that like button and share across all social media platforms. Get yourself involved in the comments as well. Remember, this is also going on all the audio platforms such as SoundCloud, Apple Music, and of course Amazon Podcasts as well. Let's go straight into it because there's players that didn't perform. Interestingly, Jerome just mentioned there, Dallo again, right, playing on the right side. Ericsson as well, another player that you decided to play him in a midfield that persisted of Bruno Guimaraes, Joe Linton, and of course Canali. But let's go straight into Ericsson and Ugarte in that midfield before we get to Dallo because I'm tired of it. Ericsson, what was the manager thinking? Playing those two, and you want to. You can tell that's what tells me that he didn't go into that game wanting to win because he went with Ericsson, someone that needs a battery charger, power bank, to continue to persist playing football.
Exactly.
And again, I just don't know what he was thinking. Ericsson was
that's on the manager. Ericsson? That's on the manager.
Well, I think for Ericsson, allow him play throughout the game because I think this is the time for him to have that playing time. All right. So leaving him on the game is just about rotation. You need to rest his players, especially Casemiro is going to be playing on Thursday. So you need him to rest. That's the only justifiable reason why he didn't allow. Because look at it this way: someone's not having a playing time. They're going to play next week. Let him just get over, roam around the pitch because absolutely he was doing nothing there. Because I didn't say passes completed was not perfect. He had a whole lot of miscued passes, and he was not even effective, both defense wise or attack wise. So it's just I see that he's like just like a it's not a missing piece of the puzzle. It's like a piece that's not meant to be in the puzzle at all. So I just say that there's nothing to talk about here in terms of Ericsson because there's nothing to talk about. I don't understand why
he's leaving in the summer.
There's nothing to talk about here because he was just there to complete the number. That's just it. What I see for that game was just about the number.
My thing is this, right? This is why I get onto the manager, yeah? Newcastle play 3 in midfield, and you're playing Christian Eriksen and Ugarte. 3 versus 2, like. Come on. No, you cannot. If that's not on the manager, I don't care. You cannot play Christian Eriksen and Ugarte. 3 versus 2, like. Come on, man.
Yeah, I can't back the Eriksen thing. I can't even back the Ericsson thing. Like Ericsson should have been gone from the summer. But
so
obviously these players are sitting on their wages.
Wait. Sorry, one second. So wait, you're not blaming the manager for that? That 3 versus 2. Man,
No,
put Ericsson. I can't.
No, he's fully backing him. He's fully backing him. Right
sometimes
the Ericsson thing, I can't back that because Ericsson's done out. Like he should have gone in. Ericsson and Lindelof should have gone. But what I would say is that.
Here we go. Let me hear this.
Look.
No, I want to hear this, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
I would say is that Amorim's put all his eggs in one basket now. He's just giving up on his
come on, no,
and he's looking at the Europa League.
No, this is Man United.
It's clear. You know why? If we put all our strong team out and beat Newcastle and got injuries or got tired and we lost against Leon, then
which strong team?
This Newcastle win would mean absolutely nothing.
Which strong team?
15th, 16th in the table.
That would have given us some momentum, though.
Literally going nowhere in the Prem. Like,
but we gave us momentum, though. It would have given us momentum.
No, Jerome. There is this is the main team. Who's on the bench? This is the main team.
It's Leon. It's not like, come on, like it's not like we're playing Barcelona. All he needed to do is make sure that the team's fresh.
This is what I'm saying. Yeah, some of you man are blinded, you know. You are blinded because I know for a fact, yeah, if this man come in after Fergie, bro, it'll be carnage in this group chat, in this whole team.
Yeah, but coming after Fergie is totally different.
No, let me finish. No, let me finish.
This is let me finish. Stat and goal difference.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We're talking about totally different errors. This is the
okay. All right. Do you know about that, man? This guy come in, yeah. I believe we were 5 points from 4th, blood. And how were we? 15th. What? 2 points from 17th. How is this possible?
So you saying they should have kept ETH?
No, I'm not saying that.
No. The reason is for we to miss Erik ten Hag means that Ruben is worse than him. For me
Thank
to
you.
miss
nobody
him right
here's
now,
missing. Nobody
for me
here's
to
missing
miss Erik
ETH.
Ten
Right?
Hag means that
ETH
he's
should have.
terrible.
ETH should have gone in the
Terrible right
summer.
now.
That's
Guys,
completely
let's
us.
go back to
Oh,
the
the players,
players. Man.
sorry.
Let's go
I
back.
can't get my
No,
head. I
no.
can't get
You
my.
guys are ready.
I
It's
can't get
these
my
that,
head
innit?
around
These
it.
are getting, these that are
You
getting
want
too
to lag?
emotional, man.
I can't.
You don't get
Sniper
too.
Ruben
Like,
Amorim.
we
What
knew
it
he
is, they
wasn't
see
gonna
the
do anything
title.
against Newcastle.
Can Amorim
He wasn't
survive?
gonna beat
my.
Newcastle. We knew
Okay.
See
that.
what I'm saying? I can't get my.
We knew that 2 weeks ago.
Let me pause. Let me pause on everyone because we're gonna go straight into it because of course you're very eager. But let me get to the comments first of all, of course. Yes, cool. I'm sorry. We've got Kira that says that I'm actually not mad at Amorim. We have Hoyland, the worst striker
This
in
is
the
what.
club.
And this is.
What
And
can
this is
he
what I'm
do?
saying.
Jegs also says that Ems has a point. Newcastle overran us at Old Trafford. He should have
Thank
tweaked
you.
it. 3 in the midfield, 2 up the top. And Jegs also says that, of course, Ericsson and Garte is a 1.5 man midfield. It's true. And Kira says, who the hell misses Eric
Yeah,
Ten
these
Hag?
are innit? These are
circle?
missing.
No, I never
That
said that.
circle.
Listen.
Because you
Whoa.
wanted to keep him
Hold
in the
on,
summer.
guys.
That's me.
Wait,
That's
calm
me.
down.
Let me back it up.
Calm
Let me back up a little
down.
bit. Now, the reason why Ten Hag was replayed because we were shitting what we are doing. We are losing games and we're not good enough. And we brought in somebody to stabilize the game, but the person took us way, way, way down the line. Now, if you are me in my shoes, why would I want to wish for somebody who's taking me down to get oil or crude, or someone who actually putting me out up there? So it doesn't really make sense. Now, let me give you my points in all this for Ruben. Ruben, if you watch the whole, I said this earlier.
Wait. Before we even get
We
to
talk about
Ruben,
players, innit? We talk about
come on,
players,
guys.
innit? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm coming on that.
No,
Okay.
I'm about to get into
Okay,
Ruben.
no problem. I'm not getting to him.
Let me introduce.
Okay, now let's talk about.
Let me get because you guys are
Okay.
too hot. You want to get into Ruben?
Okay.
Let's get into Ruben because we've gone
See
coming close to that
Ericsson
mark.
now.
But let me just
Okay, for example.
no. Let me read a few
Okay,
things. Forget about the players
Okay.
now. You guys want to talk about the manager? That's all it's all about. It really is. But let me get into it because, of course, Gary Neville himself talked about the Manchester United, the way they're currently playing, saying that they're not giving it them all. It's the biggest worry as their best effort or so far short of good enough. There's not a very good team, simple as that. The biggest worry is that there have been teams in the past 5, 6, 7 years, and United, where you thought they were very talented players, they're not really giving it their all. The problems with the group of the players that is they're giving it their all, and I don't think their lack of effort, they're so below the standard of quality that you need at that football club all over the pitch. Other than Bruno Fernandes and Managerial, maybe I can think of any of them that I'll hang my hat on. Also, let's go straight into the manager because, of course, you see the title there. Alan Shearer says Manchester United have to stick with Amorim.
Do we?
He said they're going to have to stick with him. I mean, they've made the decision. He's the manager. They're going to have to give him 2 or 3 transfer windows. And also, crucially, they're going to have to load him with a load of money to go and spend because they're in desperate need of a centre forward. They're in desperate need of a goalkeeper, desperate need of legs in midfield. I mean, we go on through the whole team. It needs fixing. It's a huge job, so they have to stick with him. But I do think sometimes I look at him and he is asking players to do something that they can't do. And they're really struggling in the system that he wants them to play in. Clearly, they're not good at what they are doing. That's Alan Shearer. But guys, they see the title there. Can Amorim survive this form? Because this is sackable offense.
Thank you.
But it's too early. Give him some proper transfers, as the people say in the chat as well. Jerome believes that we should be giving him his transfer windows. We can't just turn our back. Let's go straight into it. Ruben Amorim, can he survive?
I think, I'll be honest, most of the Man United fans, just because I think Eric Ten Hag's fucking interviews and that was so dry, you lot are blinded by the way Amorim's a good talker and a good chat's a good game. But for me personally, this is so worrying. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know if he's gonna last next season. I'm not gonna lie. The way things are going, No, I'm not even overreacting, There's nothing there that tells me that gives me any hope at this moment that he's gonna survive the end of next season. And for me, it's worrying because the fact is you're meant to hide your players' weaknesses, but in this aspect, Man showing everybody the weaknesses. And how we meant to sell players, yeah, even Hoyland, for goodness sake, I think he's shit, yeah, or not good enough for Man United Football Club, yeah, and man's not hiding his weaknesses. So how are we going to sell these so-called players we need to sell if this man is not showing the strengths, bro? For me, he might be like AVB, bro. He's probably good for Portuguese league, but not good for the English Premier League. So for me, the jury's out for me. I don't at this current moment of time, I have concerns, and I don't know if you're gonna have to finish the end of next season. In my opinion, I can't see it personally at the moment.
That's quite a that's really a strong way, I can't say, but I was even hoping he doesn't come back next season, because from what I'm saying from this here, he doesn't come back next season. Now, no. Let me show you some things you need to understand in terms of in the game that I'm looking out for. You're bringing a style that you are like a playbook for everybody in the team. Your formation, every team studies it. Every opponent studies it very, very well. You're an open book to everybody in the league. The only person that played that formation and survived in the Premier League was Conte. And after that season, the next season, that was over. That was the only person who did that formation and was successful. And Moses and Aspilicueta, they were all on their prime. They were too good. In our own side, for you to play that kind of game, you need to have people who are really good on the flanks.
It's a special position.
Exactly. And that's after that season, everybody went to their drawing book and Chelsea was done. Now you saw someone playing this, we already an open book for everybody to study and counter that. We are already an open book. Okay, so now one thing I noticed about all this is if you check, I will not see the same pattern here with Ten Hag. When I get my boys, when I get my squad, we are still we have short memories. We fans and we have short memories. It's happening all over again. When I get my boys. What do you mean when you get your boys? What happened to the stars you have on ground? So you won't believe. So if they tell you that Rasmus is shit, you believe. If they tell you now that Zeski is shit, you believe. If they tell you that Onana is shit, you believe. So they tell you that all Manchester United players that you don't already know are shit, you believe that. They tell you that Rashford is not good enough, you believe that. Come on, we should be. See, every single time we keep blaming players, making them the scapegoat.
Sorry.
You're back in this dead water players.
Highland.
I don't think the players are good.
I'm coming somewhere with this.
Okay, sorry.
You better land well.
Yeah. No. He's not doing the numbers. I've carefully noticed all these players we'll all be blaming. We blame Ronaldo. We shift him out. We still have the same problem. What I'm going here is we need to slow down on making the players the scapegoats. Have you even thought about this? That if the system is not conducive for players to thrive. Have you thought about it?
I agree with that. The system
does not make players thrive. How many players have actually thrived apart from Ronaldo, because he's insanely good to strive in a very dead system? Who has actually come into Manchester United, have been brought in and actually blossomed? Mazraoui is now deep. He's dipping right now. He's deep. All the players you know that are good, they are going to dip before the end of the season. Watch it out, bro. See, every single time and then, each player, you're going to victimize them. You're going to hate all. Mark my word. Before next season, you hate all the whole players you have right now.
So who do you blame then?
Do you think Pep and Klopp could do anything with this squad of players?
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know right now until they come. I wouldn't know because
it's just an opinion. Whether you think
for me, I think that Ruben, and you're talking about Klopp need like 3 years of what we saw. He did a whole lot of changes, adapted, did that. But
did you see how Pep had to change his Man City team when he came in?
No. Pep didn't do much. The team was already good.
The team was already good. The guy put in 2 forwards.
No, the team was good. The team was good.
The team was good, and he still dismantled the team.
But do you know what it is for me? Yeah, do you know what I think? Sorry to interrupt. My worry is, if we bring his players and we sack him, bro, we're stuck with these type of players ready for another manager that don't play this system. We're stuck with this. So I'm thinking, man, United need to players for Man United, not for the managers. Or we need to buy
Right.
players
Thank
for
you.
multiple positions.
You.
No,
This is
I'm
it.
not.
That's what we're supposed to be doing now with idiots.
Yes, no more manager. No more about the manager. This is what I want.
That's what we're doing
No,
now.
it's not
That's
what
what
you
idiots
want.
are supposed to be doing.
Are you sure?
Players for the club.
Not for the managers, because
Wasn't this
that's what we're
summer
doing.
players brought in for the club?
That's what we're going to do. You said it right now that he needs like 3 seasons to dig his voice, right?
Look, guys. I'll be very honest with you. When it comes to the manager Ruben Amorim, and we said it earlier on, like the guy got forced to come in because, of course, he was given the come now or never. He's come in. We didn't back him, which I understand in the transfer window. I still believe he still needs a full transfer to show what he's really at. Yeah, I can understand other managers at smaller clubs, where the pressure's not on
Everton,
them, make
Moyes.
changes, as instant impact.
bring up David Moyes.
Where the pressure's not on them. The pressure's
David
not
Moyes
on
used to
them.
be our manager.
But
Are we
Manchester
forgetting?
United is a different
Let me
beast.
finish, right? Let me finish, right? Yeah. Everton was on the verge of relegation. Got rid of Daesh. Moyes has worked with the same people. No money in January, bruv. And man's turn it around. They got wins, bro. We can't even get wins, bro.
Moyes was manager of Man United. Are we forgetting?
Yeah, I don't care about. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about.
Yeah, but he was there. He's a failed manager of Man United.
Yeah. Maybe a failed manager, but what is it? It's not
poor
for example.
No bounce. We didn't even get a
Everton,
bounce.
you can't compare Everton to Man United.
Bro,
It's different standards, different level, different expectations.
Bro, we ain't had
Everton have been back.
Everton,
have you seen them? Look at Everton's league position over the last few years. They've been scrapping relegation for the last few years.
What have we been doing?
It's a relegation for the team.
Listen, what have we been doing the last few years?
Big Sam could have come in and done what Moyes is doing.
Where's the last time we actually challenged for a title? It is in certain comparisons, bro. Bro, listen, we ain't won back-to-back game.
Everton and Man United are two different levels altogether.
All right, that's cool, but I think, apart from the bottom three, we're probably like the only club that ain't won back-to-back games. That is shocking. Man United Football Club. No, come on.
Yeah, that's true. And that started with Eric Ten Hag.
It's Ericsson has squad.
Yeah, he's a squad. He's a squad too.
3 years of his squad, and he can't get back.
Now, okay. Do we have a bounce? Anytime you change a coach, there should be a bounce. We didn't get a bounce. We didn't get a bounce. Now, when Ruben signed the contract,
not necessarily.
When you signed the contract,
Southampton didn't get a bounce.
Didn't you see a squad?
Southampton sent their manager, 2 managers.
Yeah, but that's Southampton, though. Come on, man. Come on.
Like you said, we are. You're talking about Everton.
Yeah,
There are two
Southampton.
different things. There are two different things as well. Now, when Ruben saw the players, when you signed the contract, you saw the players that you have. You saw all the whole squad, and you agreed to it. You agreed to it to sign at the mid of the season. You agreed to all these things, and now you are telling us to give you 2 more, 3 more windows. So what happened? So you already know that the job is not going to be done. You already know you're not going to get the job done, and I believe he does, because he told us that we're going to prepare ourselves. There's going to be a very, very a terrible time. He told us earlier, but we didn't take it serious. I never knew he knows what he was doing.
But he knew his team. He knew the scrub. That means he knew the scrubs. And he said, guys, don't get too excited. Wait for it. The storm will come.
Yeah, he said it from early.
He said it early, yeah. I didn't believe it.
He knows that.
But now I believe it. Now, no matter about what you say about the beautiful game system, if you're not winning games, it's totally bullshit. It's totally BS.
Thank you.
Arsenal right now is having a time of their life. But I'm telling you, they're ready to give up all those good performances for a trophy.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, Ten Hag might be shit or terrible.
But Arteta's been in.
He gets the result. He gets the trophy. We were like 5 good
Amorim's
years.
been in for like 6 months.
I'm coming 5 good years trophyless. You know what it means? You guys don't even understand what it means. More than 5 years, you had nothing to show for it. Matic was in the club for 5 good years with nothing. And yet, we had someone who was giving us trophy every season, who was playing total bullshit, but yet he gave us results. And now we are backing someone.
Okay. I want you to let me know. Can you survive?
Yeah, I'm going to say.
So we can move on to the next segment.
I'm going to say right now,
can he survive?
the jury's out whether Amorim could survive this job long term.
Survive,
but what I will say is that, like all our previous managers, he deserves a summer transfer window at the minimum to bring in his players, and then we can see really if this guy can instill his style of play on this team. Because at the moment, he's trying to do that with someone else's team. A team full of Oli and ETH players that were built to play low block counter-attacking football. So I don't want a situation where we had Ralph and Ralph was meant to be a DOF after, and we scrapped it because the results were bad on the pitch because the players down tools and they couldn't play the way he wanted.
Yeah.
Which was similar to what we're going through now with Amorim. So I don't want history to repeat itself, and I hope the club learn from that mistake with the Ralph situation.
Okay.
All right, then let me just hold up everyone there as we're about to end this segment. Right, smash that like button, share across all social media platforms, guys. I know you've probably heard all of the Amorim talks from the start of the podcast towards now. So we're going to move it on to the other news, of course, where Manchester United reportedly could have 200 million summer transfer war chest by cashing on 4 players at Old Trafford. This is coming from the Mirror. It's also said that Manchester United believe that they can hand Ruben Amorim a 200 war chest this summer by cashing in on players that he's prepared to sacrifice to finance an Old Trafford rebuild. As many as 9 members of Amorim's first team squad could depart this club in a bid to give the Portuguese a blank canvas after another season of struggle in the Premier League, guys. Of course, Manchester United can save up to 80 million a year on wages if they were to get rid of these players. So much to talk about, and I've been advocating that we are broke. And it just shows it there that we have to sell.
Listen,
the guys are in a humor because of what Jerome. We've never seen Jerome like this, back in the manager. Like
do you know what I found hilarious? Right? Now, I know for a fact, them 9 players, whoever they are, at least 6 of them are staying at the club, bro.
So what are we saying? Is this all bullshit? Are we gonna make this money?
And 200 million from where? We need to get. If we get the Champions League, then we're talking. But 200 million where?
Well, the article talks about 200 million by cashing in.
Who's gonna cash in?
The problem that we have is that our players are not desirable. That's one.
Thank you.
2, a lot of them are on high wages.
Yeah.
3, a lot of them are refusing to leave. I think Anana's gonna leave.
Okay, rent check. Do you remember why? Do you know why Maguire stayed? Because he was not ready to lower his wages. He stayed, and the same thing's going to happen to every one of them. Just like you said, no one
they don't want to leave
nowhere.
Well, we do have some players who are going to be leaving on the
street. Good. That's the only way. That's the only way.
But that's not bringing in money. That's not bringing in money.
Except the only way players leave.
Wages.
The only way players leave is except players like who think that they need more. They need more. Who are still hungry to play the game. That's the only player that can leave. Like
nobody's hungry at this club.
Nobody's hungry because all of them still wants to stay there. That's why I say Rashford leaving means that Rashford is still hungry.
But let's be realistic. There is 4 or 5 players that Manchester United can get rid of. Is there any names in your mind?
Rashford should leave. Rashford at least for a loan. Let's give Rasmus a loan somewhere else.
Nobody's buying Rasmus.
A loan. Rasmus should go alone. Who's going to buy Rasmus? Do you know how much?
Nobody's buying him. Shit.
No, let's go alone. Let him alone. Let's go somewhere else.
A loan for him. I think we could get money for
Garnacho
Anthony.
will probably get sold.
What, 25 mil?
No, like 45. I think we're going around 45. 45.
You know Real Betis' transfer record, bro. 22 million. Danielson. That's like 998. They're not paying 40 million.
No, wait, with clause.
Atletico are interested in Anthony.
It will be paid over like 5 years or 4 years. It will be paid over 4 years, not just once. Of course.
Big got Jack that says 9 players. We ain't selling more than 3. He's of the opinion that we're not.
See, Jack agrees with me. See,
I believe we can sell Rashford
because he wants to leave.
Garnacho.
No, because he wants to leave.
Yeah, of course. Yes, those players that want to leave.
Ineos want to sell Garnacho.
Who else?
This is my Anthony. This is my concern, right? Yeah, I'm just so scared. Yeah, if we give this manager what he wants, bro, and it don't work, bro, and we're stuck with his signing.
No, you should be concerned if he doesn't. If he's signing players from his old squad. If he's signing players from Sporting, then I'd be worried because it's bring my boys that I used to work with kind of job. That's when you should be worried. But if he's signing players that's got nothing to do with Sporting, and I know there is some players at Sporting that we would probably love to take in, but I think we need to detach from
who we can bring in from 17th place,
top quality players.
We need to, yeah. And Man United have flopped over the years. We need to buy players that have played in the Premier League, bro. All this buying player from the Holland and
Nah,
Italy
nah,
and
nah,
that.
nah,
And
nah,
I believe
it won't work.
I believe no, but Ferguson always signed the best players in England
He
and
did.
cherry picked in Europe or South America.
But it's gonna be difficult.
He
It's gonna
always
be
did.
difficult
But
because
saying that, all he did, Maguire, Aaron Bissaka,
Was he the best defender in the Premier League?
No, I'm not.
James.
When he put Harry Maguire, I don't know.
what do you think about last time they was talking about Victor Osimhen coming down to United? What do you think about that?
I'll take that, bro. Listen, anything. Listen, I can name about 10 Premier League strikers better than what we've got right now, bro. And it's sad. Is that?
Yeah, sure.
Big one. Kira says Højlund, Onana, Rashford, Bruno gone immediately. Bruno as well.
Yeah. Bruno is. I think it's high time.
There's a lot of Bruno fanboys. Come on, have your say now.
Wow.
No, I understand. We need to start building a replacement for Bruno. It's time. The time is coming very soon. So we need to start getting prepared. Start getting someone.
That's one thing I agree with you there.
Yes, we need to start bringing it. We need to start bringing that. Bring someone in for that transition. We need to start preparing for that transition. It needs to be resting some games. Rest for some games. Rest games. Introduce someone. We need that right now. Unless if he leaves, it's gonna be a blow for us because we had no bite at all without him.
Bro,
We're like running around.
Hey, let's not forget Onana has to go to before M's go. I would like just to add. I like to add Onana. It's
gonna be difficult. It's gonna be difficult for Onana to leave.
I'm sorry, yeah.
5 years contract. He's not living anywhere. And no one is going for him. No one is going for him. And he's on 100. No one is.
Onana's going to refuse to leave.
Listen, my thing is this, yeah. As a fellow African, I'm sorry, man. I can't back that man, bro. I'm sorry, man. African keepers, bro. I'm sorry. Nah, we can't do that again. Never. I'm sorry. Nah, I'm never trying to discriminate.
See them Afcon clangers.
I can't, man. No, his mistakes, yeah. That I know goalkeepers make mistakes, but his mistakes, yeah. Like you can't even imagine it. Like that one against Nottingham Forest, yeah. What was that? The one when Gibbs
he dives in slow motion.
Too much.
No. See, sometimes we get ahead of ourselves in this. Remember that the reason why he was brought in there because he fixed into the modern day of football, which is a goalkeeper that plays with the legs. And knowing that fully well that for you to win a team, you need your CBs for you guys to play and build up from the back. Apart from him, no goalkeeper in Manchester United is good at that. The Gea is worst in that building from behind.
But hold on, wait. I hear what you're saying, but I haven't seen him play from the back at all. It's not existent.
The reason why you're not seeing that because we have players who are scared to even get the ball. When Martinez was there, it was more a relaxed situation. All of them are scared to let the ball from the keeper.
You know what? I do agree with you.
I hear you.
You know why? Because there are certain times when Maguire will just be like, no, kick it long. I don't want it. Like, you could see visibly on the pitch that man didn't want the ball from. So I can see why he's getting used to just kicking it long.
Yeah.
But I think he should be enforcing it on the players and just take the ball. We need to instill what we're trying to do.
Confidence. Confidence not in the players.
But my feeling though, I don't want no goalkeeper that's good with his feet and man's flapping at the ball and man can't catch, bro. What's the point? You might as well put a full player in goal. I'm not even trying to be disrespectful.
Okay. Put it this way.
That could dominate the box, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
He's really bad. Yeah, he's bad. Now look at it this way.
No. He's terrible.
Okay, fine. He's worse than terrible. We've established that. Now tell me what you do. A goalkeeper who is exposed to so many shots, more than even the almighty
on the ETH, just point it out.
He has been exposed so much that if you're exposed too much, you are bound to have so many errors. Now look at it this way: you have a goalkeeper every single time has played with not the same center backs in a game. He doesn't repeat that. You play with two different people every single time. People don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I just want to challenge that. Andre Onana has been making mistakes at Ajax. He's been making that mistakes at Inter Milan. He's been making mistakes for Cameroon. He's been constantly making mistakes for Manchester United. Throughout his whole career, he's known for making these type of mistakes. Even if Ajax has one of the best defense, he still managed to make mistakes when he was.
How many goalkeepers move around? How many goalkeepers move around? Have you known that moved around like that? Since the time of this guy from Inter that went to EPL, keepers don't move around that much. Keepers, and watch all the players that you're actually rating right high. They have a very solid defense. Look at Ayas you're talking about. Who is Ayas in the league? We almost
No, I'm just saying that's where
I'm
he's come
telling-
from, and he's
in
been known
terms
to
of-
make
in term-
mistakes. So he has it in his character. He has it
The
in
team
history.
is not good enough.
He
When you
makes
have it
mistakes.
now, how many? Okay, look at Casillas.
Inter as
Casillas
well.
has the mistakes.
Inter
Do you know
as
Casillas
well.
was terrible?
No, but he's
Casillas was
constantly
terrible.
makes
Nobody
mistakes.
talks
He's
about
known
it.
for making
Who's
mistakes.
all the time? Come on.
Who's
Casillas was
horrible?
only good in his prime. Towards
Who,
the end of, come
Casillas?
on, I know Casillas.
No,
Come on.
my friend. No.
Don't say out of love. No, we're talking about the love. Let's just face the fact. You were scared towards the end time when Casillas is on the post. Everyone was scared. He wasn't good enough towards the time. So let's just know that. Now, players can be bad. Yes, we understand that. But we need to also look at what are the things actually making this player to be that so bad. The reason he has more benefit to offer than what he's costing us. Now, how many times did you save your penalties? How many times when you had a penalty,
not many,
with
not
Onana,
many.
you have
Not
50-50
many.
chance?
About 2. I remember 2. He saved 2. I
In the
remember.
whole career, come on, more than a
Career.
decade. A decade. Come
I thought you
on.
talking about under Man United, mate. Listen,
Yes,
from
I'm
that.
saying.
But
And I'm saying,
listen,
Diggy was so
listen,
bad. He has
from
other
the-
things he need to do.
You might as well not have
We are
another in
magnifying
goal.
these
We'll
things.
take the
We are
penalties.
magnifying it too much.
So what? So Uche, are you telling me right now that Onana's is a bit better than Uche?
Right now in the squad, in our squad, all of them,
That
he's
was
the
them.
best goalkeeper we have in that squad.
No, he
And-
asked about the hair. He asked about the hair and Onana.
No.
Like,
I can't do that right now. He's only had one
Why?
season with us. He has only had one season. And
Who?
in the first season of the year, he was terrible. He has more errors than Onana in his first season. Yes,
no,
in the
I think
Premier League.
you need to look
In the
out.
Premier League,
I think
just
Onana
no.
has
In
more
the Premier League,
errors.
first
I
season of
think
Onana,
Onana
just
has.
suppose both of them, Onana has a better season than G on the first season. People will say that he's young, but don't tell me he's young. He was young. Other players are young that came to the league that actually performed better. He was actually worse on his first season. The game picked up over time. He picked up over time. He just picked up over time. So we're just
Okay. So let me ask you another
Okay.
question, Oche. While we're talking about players potentially be sold, do you support Andre Onana if he stays, or would you support it more if
I
he
need
leaves?
a goalkeeper that can play to match up the Premier League. If give me someone who can play with his foot, and I will take it.
So what
Onana
about
right
saving?
now,
So Andre Onana is he the one for
Onana is
Manchester
right
United
now
in
is
goal?
the only option we have currently in the squad that can play with his foot.
Wow.
Get me another
Okay.
player that can do a keeper that can do that.
And you wouldn't replace
You know
him.
what?
And you wouldn't
I would
replace him.
if you
with
give me
a
someone
goalkeeper
who is actually good with his feet, I'll take it. I will take it. But
So
if you
about
give me
hands?
someone, give
What
me
about hands?
anyone that can play with his foot. No, we're here to win matches. You're worried about hands because your team is losing. See, if your team is winning, you will appreciate Onana. The reason why you're that because we are too exposed, so Onana is always being tested.
This is concerning.
We are too
I'm sorry.
exposed. Now imagine Onana in
Yeah.
City. He will enjoy his game because he's barely really exposed.
You know what? I reckon we
Okay,
should just we need to forget about this passing up from the back thing.
I know, right?
We're past that now. We're like what 15th, 16th in the league. We should just focus on just having a solid goalkeeper that can save shots
And dominate
and
the
building
box.
a foundation from there. And maybe in a couple
That's
of
my
years,
point. That's my point.
start being able to pass it
Yes.
from the back. Because right
Pass
now
it.
we're far from top 4, top 6, all of that jazz. We see
Exactly.
But you can't
something
win.
being solid.
But you can't win Premier League if you don't play from the back. The game has changed. It's no longer the same. Check all the.
Yeah,
check
we're
Arsenal.
far from winning the Premier League right now. We're trying to
Come
get
on, that's
top
what I'm
6.
thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I'm
Hopefully
not here
next
about.
season.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I'm sorry about. That's what I'm thinking. We are talking about winning the league, not about playing around in the mid-table. I'm talking about winning the league. Check
Yeah.
all the
Maybe
all
in
the
5
players.
years.
Check all the.
I'm not.
Check all the list players.
Uche, I'm not gonna lie. Uche, I'm not gonna lie, Uche. Yeah.
Let me just
one more.
guys. Let's not get too indulged. Like I love the passion, guys. Smash that like button because we have to end the segment. We will go on, and it will go an hour plus. Guys, let's go straight into the other segment because of course on the title there we have Ratcliffe looking like he's gonna consider hiring an engineer to bring into Manchester United. Of course, a worker from the Formula One. The billionaire Brit says the billionaire Brit told Manchester United fan side that United we stand that the club still in the last century of data analysis and it doesn't really exist here. In recent interviews, Ratcliffe Ineos are part of course, the owners of Mercedes Formula One team, which reportedly makes any move to bring Sansoni to United, which is smoother. So we could be having someone that comes in from Formula One that's coming in to work the engineer section and improve the data. We're not going to talk about it too tough because, of course, more news has come out regarding Manchester United. And it says that Leon Delap is between Manchester United and Chelsea, now in the race to sign Leon Delap. This is coming from Fabrizio Romano, and they're ahead of Bundesliga's club. And let's talk about it. Leon Delap, which I'm very vocal of. I don't want that dickhead. I don't think he's good enough. I honestly don't think he's good enough, and he shouldn't be mentioned. You know what? I've said it before. He's just an English player with a bit of technique, and pundits just lick their lips all over it. But this is someone I don't want.
But he scored more goals than that scrub we got up front playing for Denmark, though.
We know it was a wrong buy. Rasmus was a wrong buy.
Yeah, I think I've made my thoughts clear on this. I think I wouldn't mind if we got Delap in with another experienced
striker. I agree with you.
Then it would work. But if we just got in Delap alone,
then, I disagree.
Yeah, what's the point? Delap and Højlund. That's asking. That's
double. That's mad. I think at big clubs, you can't be having someone younger than 23 leading line at Man United Football Club. That is suicide.
I love that.
We need some experience.
The problem Rasmus had was that he was given the number 9 at a platter. It shouldn't be like that. He just walked in there. Even Charito then in his time was not the number 9. He wasn't. He was just a backup. He was meant to come in as a backup to a main striker and slowly transcend into that. But you coming in there, whether you had a good game or bad game you're playing, that's the worst thing you can give to a player. To know that he doesn't have any option. If you have a bad day, you go down, you sit out. When you come in 80 minutes, you have only 10 minutes to show yourself. You can't have a whole night. Do you know what it means to go 25 games with just 1 goal? Come on.
That's not
good. No, it was poor planning. You know what it was? Because we spent too much money on Højlund. We spent like £72 million and there was no money left. And they should have got an experienced striker in and then after go back and see if they can get Rasmus for cheaper, but I don't know who was involved in the negotiations.
I knew nothing. Was anybody else in for this guy? No, but us. But we paid that money. But back to Delap though. I think Delap's a good player. But for what we need, Man United Football Club, mate, we need to go break the bank for Osimhen. I'm not gonna lie.
We need experienced player. We need an experienced. We don't need any child anymore. We don't need any child anymore. We don't need somebody who is trying to walk. We don't need that. We need an experienced player who knows how to control the midfield. Most times you actually fall back in. Who is a terror?
No, but you see the
terror to defenders.
I don't know if we could. I'm hearing that Osimhen wants a lot of money to come here.
No.
I don't know if we can. I don't know if we can.
Salary, but I will give him that. I think we should give him Marcus Rashford's salary because I know he's going to give us a return.
What he's asking for last time I checked.
If Rashford goes, then maybe because there'll be wages freed up in it. But if he comes in on silly money, he's just going to disrupt the dressing room because we're trying to lower the wages, isn't it?
It's not a big money because I think last time what was asking from Chelsea was he wanted the same thing that we're paying him in Napoli in Chelsea. But Chelsea was talking about new structure, everybody have to be paying lower like 78, 76k or thereabout. He doesn't want it. So if you give him around 150, that's fine. He takes it.
Yeah, 150, 200, 200k.
200 is even over by. If you go to 200, that's more than what he's earning. 200 is more than what he's earning.
I believe he's a Man United fan. I think is that right?
And he wants it. He wants even more than that.
No,
he wants more than that.
I thought his idol was Drogba, so I reckon he probably might be a Chelsea.
Yeah, he's a Chelsea fan more, and they wanted to clean on that side. Then he part of the deal. Just wanted to hijack the deal.
But if we're gonna play this that system I hate, that 3 at the back bullshit, we do. No, I don't like that. I don't like that formation. I don't like that formation. But anyway, we need that centre forward to be a proper focal point. The ball goes up to his sticks. I don't need no. Bro, what game was it? Højlund against Fulham. Oh my lord! God. How we lost 60 minutes?
Isn't it?
60 minutes. Yeah. Bro, like every time the ball's coming to him, bounce. Like, oh, mate. I thought Lukaku's touch was bad, but he's one. Oh, my lord. Bro, listen, nah. But I know what's pissing. Sorry, bro. Come Thursday, we got to start him because we don't have Xerxes, blood.
Oh, my.
People were going to win the Europa League.
No chance, bro. I'm sorry.
No. We're going to win it. I don't know about you guys, but that is our only hope. I know
we're going to win it with Rasmus up front.
Rasmus Højlund.
Yep.
No.
And let's go into it because I want to get you guys' final thoughts on the game against Lyon before we end the show.
We are going to win on Thursday. The reason I'm saying this and we're going to qualify is it's not just about Ruben right now. It's not about anybody. It's about the players have their pride on the line. It's not just about
Prime.
us. Yes. This is
What
their
about the
pride they
league
have on
table?
the line. That is their only gateway to have a single trophy in their name. Most of them has not even seen what it is to have that kind of silverware. It is more important to them than it is to us. I'm telling you the truth. Because if you see in the eye, this is the only option they have to change Old Trafford what it is. The Theatre of Dreams needs to be lit up on Thursday. And I'm telling you for a fact, if we win that game, which we are meant to go there and win, we need to win that Europa, because that's the only chance we have in buying those players guys are talking about right now. If we don't go to Champions League, nobody, Osimhen is not coming. Nobody is coming except you break a bank. Just know that.
We'd have to buy.
That's one thing.
Let me get your thoughts, guys, about the Lyon game, and then one more topic, which is the Manchester United manager himself, Ruben Amorim, cancelling and calling an emergency meeting as well. And apparently yesterday during the end of the match, he shouted the hell out of his players. Whether that worked or not, we will discuss it. But let's get back to it. Of course, with Lyon this weekend, this Thursday, it is 2-2 on aggregates. Ems, let me go straight to you. Scores prediction. Do you think Manchester United?
We don't score a lot of goals, so it's either 2-1 or 1-0, blah. Well, it's true. We don't score enough goals, blah. So if I'm being realistic, it'd probably be 2-1. I'm insulting Erasmus Hurley. They probably scored a winner, blah. You know what I'm saying? And then that stupid celebration, right? That's that dead celebration.
Dead celebration. Man does that once every 4 months. You know them celebrations like you're scoring every week or something.
Let me go to you, Jerome. What are your thoughts against?
I think we're going to scrape through against Lyon. Yeah, I agree with him. Probably a 2-1. We don't score goals and we don't even create enough clear-cut chances.
Minus 7 goal difference.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I think from what I've seen of Lyon last week, they didn't show much, and that was at their ground. So even without Xerxes and a couple of players, I think we should go through. But I think we're just gonna get over the line and get to the semis. But I'm not sure about winning the whole tournament as of yet, unless we get a few players back. But we should have enough to beat Lyon.
And of course, big up MUFC Glazers out says we're getting relegated next season. I'm saying it now, and it's Ineos' fault and the bloody Glazers. We got 2 MUFC Glazers out. That'd be too much. And Ochi, I know you had a lot to say about the Lyon, but let me just get your quick say of your score prediction.
I just like to say we're not good in goals. We're not really good in goals, but on this whole time, I really believe on the boys, and they're gonna do rest me well. The goal is gonna be much. It's gonna be a theatre of dreams, and I'm sure it's gonna be up to like 3 goals in the game, and it might be 3-2, 3-1. I'm telling you, it's gonna be on the favor. 3-2, 2-1. Gonna be a goal situation, but the goal is gonna be up to 3.
Yeah, now myself that Manchester United can win. You know, but I have my doubts as well. It's just about who's going to be in goal. Is it going to be Onana? Is it going to be Baenda? And if they go in goal, who's going to make?
It's Onana. Don't need to worry about it. It's better you put Onana in the post. Already, he's good with confidence.
Yeah,
he's not good in confidence. Doesn't have the confidence. Yeah, Baenda might be good, but it's not good. Confidence. He's good, but he doesn't have the confidence to play in the biggest stage. He doesn't have it.
I agree.
And then she just hit some more new guys. Of course, those who are watching, smash that like button. Remember what I said earlier on, this will be all on audio playback, which is of course your Spotify, your Apple Podcast, and of course Amazon Podcast that will be uploaded. So make sure you guys tune in, subscribe to Red United, smash that like button. Of course, Manchester United, they're one of the headlines today. Of course, it is Jean-Claude Blanc has stepped down from his position as a director of Manchester United Football Club. However, he will continue to have an active role in management of the club in his new position as chief of international football. That's probably from Ineos. But the biggest news which comes from yesterday and today is, of course, Ruben Amorim was fuming this morning. He cancelled a meet and greet with the kids and ordered an emergency first team meeting. The player was given a huge telling off. No one dared to speak. The message was clear. You have until the end of the season to fix up or you're out. How do you guys believe
That's
that?
a little too late, bro.
Nonsense to me.
Do you guys I've seen it before. I've heard it before.
You would have said that ages ago. Think about how many times you've been pammed this season. You would have said that time ago. Someone's just regurgitating the news because it's not the first time we've been beat.
But do you think that the players know that their time is up and it just can't be bothered?
Thank
you.
I
agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. If you scare a player
when,
too
it's
much,
like, when you know that you're leaving, it's like, why are you going to put in the effort?
exactly.
Yeah.
If you scare a player too much, if you give them this kind of ultimatum so much, it's okay, good, okay, you go play
Yeah.
it. You go play it. It's not always good to go with all those ultimatum or you're out. They leave the ball to you, or they're already out already, so they sit back and relax, and you do the work, and the whole is going to be on your head, and you leave before even they leave.
And the thing is, you can kind of tell by the way that the manner in which we're conceding goals. It's like at this level, they're just a lot of these players have just given up. Like the goals we scored, there's goals they scored yesterday were just laughable. Like we shouldn't.
What do you
shouldn't have
expect?
lost by that score. Like just bare mistakes, left, right, and center.
Who is in your centre back? That's a problem. I keep saying it. For you to win the league, you need to have a good centre back, and we have babies in the centre back, and we expect to match up against elites. Come on, we're joking here, man. Really joking. We're joking.
We just keep getting run through.
We're gambling. No, we're only gambling here. We're gambling here because those players, even on paper, they don't look good. You might know what it means that you don't look good on paper. That's the worst thing you can have.
I agree with you.
If you guys notice, it always seems to be our players that slip on the floor.
I say most times, if I'm a defender and I'm playing against United, I'll be going to the bar, go to the pub, have some drink because it's gonna be a number because I'm not scared. Now tell me, you play football or any one of you play football. If you see our lineup, are you? Oh, I'm scared.
No,
come on, you're not.
No.
You run through. You run through.
But I'm telling you, most of these players, yeah, Brentford and all these man, yeah, look at the t-shirt and think, oh, this is nothing, bro. Do you know what though? We should not be as dead as we are, 13th, 14th, yeah. I didn't see that league table. There are certain teams, yeah, that should not even be above us. I don't care.
I'm telling you, it's not. It's
embarrassing. We might end up. I'm sorry to say this, but we might end up finishing 17th. Wolves and West Ham are only 3 points behind us. We still got Bournemouth to play, Villa to play. Who else have we got? We got some tough games.
No, if we finish 17th, there's no one here that can tell me. Give me a reason why this guy should still be in charge, bro.
Thank you.
No, you know what? If we finish 17th, then yeah, Amorim's got a goal, fam. I can't stomach 17th.
No. And that's it. Guys, big up to everyone as well. Let me get the final thoughts from the panel before we end the show ends. Any final thoughts?
Bro, listen, I already told you, man, I got a huge doubt with this guy, bro. I don't have belief. I'm not gonna lie. No, serious, bro. You know what? I was deep in it last night, bro. I was thinking, hold on, we're only 2 points from 17th, bro. No, I can't. I'm sorry, but I've got huge doubts, man. He has to start next season with a bang. So for me, I ain't got belief at the moment.
At the moment, he has to start next season with a bang. Don't have no belief at the moment. That's coming from Managerial.
Yeah. All I'm gonna say is that the manager, he needs time and he needs at least one summer transfer window. I know it sounds crazy now, but this is on India. So they chose to bring him in mid-season when he wanted to come in the summer or a fresh start and a new team. So it's almost like we've written off this season and we'd start again in the summer. So I want to see Amorim start again in the summer. But as I just said before the end, yeah, 17th, yeah, that's not acceptable. I don't care where you come from, you don't finish 17th with Man United.
And Jerome says we need to give him time. 17th is not acceptable. I hope that's not reality. I hope that's not reality,
hopefully.
guys. Oche, final thoughts from you.
Nothing much to say. I only have one thing to beg him is I know he's good in putting everybody anywhere. I won't be surprised by Sunday on the 9. I only pray, please, do not play Bruno Fernandes on the right wing or the left wing. Is too precious for us. He's locking our creativity out of the game. Leave him in the midfield. Put Mount on the left wing. Put Garnacho on the right wing to actually control his selfish play, and that does it. Leave Bruno in the middle. It's just what I'm asking. That's all I need. That's all I need.
It's about time Mount stepped up, to be honest.
Yes, it's about time. Yeah,
Man's just out here getting injured and just chilling. He needs to come through now.
Yeah.
And that's it, guys. Big up to everyone that's tuning in today. That's the catch up. We'll be back again next week, Monday at 8 p.m. And of course, catch me 7:45 p.m. this Thursday. Manchester United versus Lyon, second leg of the Europa League. It's going to be a mad thing. And we'll live again on Sunday for the Premier League watch along. It is what it is, guys. As always, Big up to everyone that's tuning in today. Big up to the panel. Remember to keep it united as you can, but always remember to keep it Red United. Till next time, peace, love. We are out.
Big
Well
up.
love, man. Well love.
Signing.